edit. Hi guys, what? Stop! Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joyce, and today I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see, today I have with me a very important guest. Her name is
Esterline,
and she's from
Haiti.
Yes, as you guys know, we are international students at Berea College. So before I start this video, I just want to tell you guys thank you guys so much for being so consistent with me. Thank you guys for 263 subscribers. Y'all don't know how much this means to me. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you like what you see. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So you guys reached out to me with questions of things you would like to know about Berea College admission process, and as you guys know, I really love y'all. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna answer those questions. And I think one of the things you guys really wanted to know was how I did my application process and how you guys can do your application process. So I was like, you know what, it's going to look a little good, a little better if I have another person from another country doing the video with me, in case I have, is it Haitians? Yeah, in case I have Haitians watching my videos. And yeah, before I start, I just want to say that these are things we did for our essay. You don't have to copy from us, you don't have to follow us, but if you think it's gonna help you, then you can do the same. But this is from our personal point of view and our personal perspectives. So Esterline, the first thing a lot of people wanted to know was about the application deadline. What would you say is like better? What did you, I know I brought you to this video because I know you did regular action, right?
Yeah.
And I did early action, so it's like two different things. So what would you say is better? You can go and then I can go.
Yeah, but I did regular decision. But if I had to make it all over again, I would do early action, because it's always good to know the decision earlier so that you can plan ahead. So yeah, I think early action is better.
So as Esterline said, she did regular decision, and the deadline for that is January 15th. So you have to submit all your documents January 15th for regular decision. So for me, I did early action, and as Esterline said, the reason I did mine was because I wanted to keep my options open. Yes, the pros and the cons for early action. So for early action, you get notified like early. So if you apply in October, you're gonna get a decision notification in mid-December. So like I got notified in mid-December. Oh, congratulations, you've been accepted into Berea College. Woo! So Berea College was my first choice. So when I was applying, I just kept my options open. I applied to other schools as well. So this is the good part about the early action. If you don't get accepted, you get to know, oh, you know what, let me pay attention to another school. So for regular action, the deadline is January 15th. That means you get more time to prepare your documents, but you get notified mid-March. So it's like in March, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. So for early action, it's October 15th. So if you guys don't know, you have to submit all your documents October 15th to be considered for early action. So that is about their deadline. And key dates to remember: the application deadline for early action is October 15th, and the application deadline for regular action is what? It's January 15th. And then for decision notification, you get notified mid-December, and for regular, you get notified mid-March. So be sure to remember those
waiting is really horrible. Yeah, the reason why I did regular is because I've heard about Berea late October, so I didn't have time to make early action. But if you want to get a notification very early, you have to apply early action.
And another thing they wanted to know was about the personal essay. what did you really write in your personal essay that you would say, if they are writing their personal essay, or when they are writing their personal essay, they should like focus on?
The personal essay, as the name suggests, it should be very personal.
Yep.
Because it should tell about your own story. Because you're not gonna talk about your grades, because they already have your transcripts and your teacher's recommendations. So the personal essay is another way to get to know you better than your grades. So you have to make it very specific and personal and share your own story.
Yeah. But good thing about Berea College, they gave you like prompt to follow. So they said that you should talk about an overview of your educational and life experiences, what you plan to do after completing your education, why you wish to return or not return to your home country, descriptions of ways you have positively impacted your community. So
Yeah.
just to say that, just because they said 1, 2, 3, 4 does not mean you should number your paper. 1, my educational experiences. 2, ways I've impacted my community. 3, why I want to return and not return to my country. 4, what I plan to do after completing my studies. No, just write as you would write when you're writing a personal essay. I'm gonna start with, first, an overview of your educational and life experiences. I'm just gonna read. Oh, before I read my personal essay, I just want to say that it's because I love you guys. It's because we love you guys that we are reading our personal essay, to give you guys guidelines on what to write about. So please be sure to not copy from our essays. So please be sure you're not writing directly from us. Just follow the guidelines, okay? I'm begging you guys. So for the, like I said, an overview of your educational and life experiences, I said, growing up in one of Africa's poorest republics, Liberia, life has not been milk and sugar. I come from a low-income family of 9. My parents, 4 sisters, a younger brother, and an older brother. So I just talked about my family. That's like an overview of my life experiences. Esterline, what did you say?
Yeah, since the first one was about life experiences and educational background, so I start talking about myself, my family, and my first topic sentence was, I am the youngest of a modest family of 7 children and the only one born of a different father. I lived in Jeremy, my hometown, with my sisters, mother, and grandmother in our small domicile. So I just start talking about me, about my family, about my background, so that they can know me better as a person.
I also said I'm the last female of the 4 girls. I also said the same thing too. I also told them that my family did what they could do to sponsor my brother and I into school. So I talked about that, and then I went on to explaining about like my parents, what my mother did. My mom did not work. My mom was not working, so I said she was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad had gone to like a trade school. So I talked about that. And then I also said that like my mother was my motivation, or my mother is my motivation to like keep going. But I also made it known that I want to be more than her. I want to like excel in places she did not. So I spoke about that.
Yeah, I spent my childhood in my hometown, but after my mother died, so I moved in another small town with my brother. So I explained all that, and I emphasized on the fact that I was away from home, from my family, from my friends, and I draw from my mother the strength to move forward and to survive.
I also said my circumstances made me understand the importance of hard work. My obstacles turned into an opportunity when I was chosen to study abroad with the Canada Luger Youth Exchange and Study Program. Thank you, yes. As the top 5 of my class, it was a very competitive scholarship, and I was the only student out of 5 sent from a high school who passed the examination. So this is just like an overview of my educational experiences, and it's like an achievement for me, so I talked about it yesterday. What did you talk about?
I conclude my this plump like life experiences by saying that those early life experiences were possibly the most powerful forces that shape my values and attitudes for the rest of my life, and I think they will what makes me the person I have become.
I think we have like similar essays, because I also said like my circumstances like made me my circumstances made me like value the importance of hard work. So I also said my time as a study abroad student in the US gave me so much clarity about diversity. I interacted with people from all around the world. I shared my cultural experiences with others and also learned from their values. The United States helped me understand the importance of gender equality. Seeing how everyone was treated the same irrespective of their gender aroused my passion for advocacy. Even though the United States has significantly impacted me into who I am today, I just want you guys to listen to this part. I said, I still believe I owe it all to my country, Liberia. I owe it all to every stumbling block. If it were not for those, I would not have had a climbing stone. So this was just to say that Berea, this is who I am as a person. Even though there were challenges, but I overcame those challenges, and I used those stumbling blocks as climbing stones to become like who I am today, or to get me to where I am today. But Liberia has like lots of ups and downs, and sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, but I believe that I owe it all to Liberia. This was to tell them that I believe in giving back to my country. So whatever I'm taking from Berea here, I'm going to give back whatever I learned from Berea. I'm going to give it back to my country because I did it before. So this was just what we said. Yeah, the song is coming up again. What did you say, Esterline?
About
like your educational experiences.
for educational experiences, I talked about people like professors that always act like a moral booster, that always pushed me on my educational journey, and also that bring out the most of me.
Like, oh, like the professors,
The best
your
out of me.
professors that brought out the best in you.
Yeah.
Okay, we get that part.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I talked about how when I came back from the US, I was eager to give back to my community. Once I had obtained a college degree, then I spoke about, unfortunately, my parents still did not have the resources to send me to college. And so this time, what did I do? I put like the volunteerism skills I learned from the US into use. And I talked about like volunteering, because this was about descriptions of ways you've impacted your community. So I talked about volunteering. I said volunteering for orphanages and non-governmental organizations give me a sense of belonging. So I just spoke about how I felt like once I volunteered, I just felt like I belonged. And yeah, I also talked about how I also volunteer as an assistant English teacher at English as foreign language camp in Moldova. And I said my time in Moldova arose my passion for teaching. I realized that I could make a difference in fixing the corruption in the educational system of Liberia. And then I talk about how when I returned from Moldova, I started volunteering as an English teacher at a local orphanage in Liberia. And I also spoke about how during my time at the orphanage, I discovered a disease worse than corruption in Liberia that hindered girls' education. It was period poverty. Many females had to stay out of school during their period because of the high tax on sanitary pads. Again, all of these things are ways I impacted my community.
I talked about my extracurricular activities in school and also in my community. I all emphasized on the volunteer activities I've been part of, and also I conclude by saying that having this strong sense of community development has led me to be chosen in 2019 by the American Embassy to participate in a 3-week exchange program in the US.
I said, even though I had a positive impact on my community and country, I still hungered for more change. And I talked about like how I hungered for change, and then I went on to explaining like how I received many opportunities, including a job. I got a job as a teacher assistant again at the American International School of Monrovia. And then I talked about a scholarship from the U.S. Department of State, like Esterline. I got a scholarship from the U.S. Department of State to like attend a podcasting workshop in Albania. So if you guys don't know, I'm a podcaster. I have a podcast. I'm gonna drop the link below. And I talked about how I also got a scholarship earlier last year to attend the Global Village at Lehigh University here in the US. So then after like I explained about my life experiences, my educational experiences, and then descriptions of ways I have positively impacted my community, I spoke about like what I want to major in. Esterline, before I talk about mine, what did you write about yours?
I thought about my academic plan, and then specify the major the thing I want to major in, and also explain why I want to major in that particular field. Yeah.
Do you want to read like a part of like what you said to just give them an insight? Okay.
Yeah. I told that my academic plan is to complete a double major in economics and finance, even though it has changed. I explained why. And after I conclude by saying that I'm considering putting the new knowledge and skills I will require into the service of my community in order to make a difference even at a micro level. Yeah.
For me, honestly speaking, I told them that upon graduation, I don't intend to go back to Liberia immediately. So I made it clear that I intend to so let me just I said I intend to double major in nursing and psychology with a minor, but I'm doing one of my majors. So I said with a minor in women and gender studies. So yeah, so that was what I said. I said I intend to go to medical school. I said upon completion of my bachelor's degree. See, before we continue, the reason we are laughing because Berea will humble you. Like the amount of course load you have, you won't even think about. That's why we are laughing, because like medical school care. So I say I intend to go to medical school upon completing my studies and own my own private practice in Liberia, so that people in my country will not have to worry about traveling abroad to seek medical assistance. Then I said I think our world will be a better place and less depressing place if we tackle the issue of mental illness. When one is in an excellent mental state, our world becomes a better place to live. I intend to bring along my enthusiastic spirit for change to the college. I will get involved with the student government. I intend to launch a mental health awareness initiative on campus. I will bring my diverse spirit, learn from others, irrespective of their cultures and values, and use my voice to impact the school community positively. So that was my personal essay. How did you end yours?
I end mine by saying that every single experience I had was a new opportunity to grow as a person. And also I ended up saying that my involvement in my community also instilled in me a unique sense of purpose to bring a process that will undoubtedly have lasting impacts on both my personal and professional life. And I said I want to apply those qualities to the Berea community by being involved with the Center for Excellence in Learning through Service, the CALS.
Is that where you're working now?
Yeah, so I said during my time at Berea, when I'm not volunteering in a People Who Cares project, it was really fun me participating in outdoor adventures.
And how many outdoor adventures have you been to?
I always got waistlisted.
That's why. Yeah,
I think you should mention, like by mentioning some specific organizations and groups in Berea, so that will show the admission committee that you made your research, you know the school very well.
Yeah.
That's a green flag.
Oh yeah, that's a green flag. And as you guys listening to us, we really did not focus on I had A's and B's and C's. I was a teacher favorite. I was this. We really, because sometimes like schools really have seen a lot. They have seen students with like better grades, better GPAs. They want to see who you are beyond like.
Yeah. And also, since they already have your transcripts, you don't have to
so you don't have
be
to
redundant.
tell them like, oh,
this is your unique opportunity to talk about you,
your experiences, your achievements beyond the classroom, because you are. I always want to say this. I always say this. You are not defined by your grades. Like you actually go beyond what you make under paper. So it's what you have here, and it's what you have at heart. It's how you impact people. It's the impact you have on people that makes you unique. So make sure when you're writing a personal essay, make sure you let them know who you are. Let them know like the kind of person.
That's why they give you the opportunity to choose if you want to submit your test scores, if you don't want to submit them. If you think they reflect your capacities, so you should. But if you think they're not, you don't have to.
Oh, did you submit any test scores?
Oh, I didn't take any tests.
Did you take the Duolingo though?
I just took the Duolingo.
Exactly. Yes, so lots of you were reaching out to me about test scores. You were so confused. You felt like you did not do so well. Berea is asking for, the minimum required test scores is like SATs is 980. For the Duolingo is 95. So what test score did you submit?
Duolingo English test.
What did you get on Duolingo? Did you remember?
I got 115 my first try, so
she got 115. So they're asking for like 95, but don't just settle for the 95. This is what I would say. If you're applying to Berea College, even though they said submit a test score, the Duolingo score of 95, don't just settle for getting 95. If you're able to get more than 95, please like study and get like higher than 95. I think I don't remember what I got on my Duolingo. I think the highest Duolingo score is 160. I think I got like yeah, it's 10 to 160. So I think I got like one. I don't remember what I got like. So like that's about the test scores you guys were asking about. You don't really, if you don't want to, I submitted my SATs because I had already taken SATs before, so I was like, yeah, let me just submit this. But don't let the reflection of what you want to show to Berea be just your grades. Let it also be about you as an individual, you as a person. So yeah,
that's why they have a holistic approach when they are reviewing the applications. They don't just look at your grades, they look at you as a whole individual.
Were you there during our orientation that the admission counselors came in and they were talking about how like from like the application process is very competitive, that they will have like over 1,000 plus applicants, and then international students, and then they will have to pick like, they will like, if they are reviewing Nigeria, they will have to pick, I don't know how many students they will pick from. Like, so let's say they are reviewing Nigeria's like application, right? They're gonna take the best out of, if like maybe 500 students apply from Nigeria, they're gonna take the best from the 500. So if you're the only person from Nigeria they are selecting, like, can you imagine? You have to be, that means you really worked hard for it. So surprisingly, I'm the only Liberian international student here. So I really encourage like Liberians to make the best out of Berea College application. Even if you're gonna be the only person from Liberia as well to come next year, please make sure you're doing what you can do on your application to get here. And what would you say to like Haitians that are applying to Berea College as well?
I would say give your best. Give your best in the application, and also if you want start early. If you want to apply, start early and give your best.
Yeah. And they were asking about their international financial questionnaire. You know how they told us to pay the deposit of 2,200? Like they were worried, do they have to pay that money? So I'll just say they ask you how much can you pay.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me, they were like, if I say I cannot pay anything, that means I'm not gonna get accepted, right? If you cannot pay, you cannot pay. Like if you cannot pay the money, you cannot pay the money. So they asked me how much I could pay. I'm broke. God is keeping my finances. Yeah. I told them, no, I don't have 2,200.
Yeah.
I can't. How much did you say you could pay?
I said less than the half.
So you could pay what? Like 600?
I said 1,000, but
my
actually
gosh.
paid 800.
She paid one. She has
800.
money. I said I could pay 600.
Really?
I told them I can only pay 600.
I was scared.
Exactly,
That would
like-
affect my.
Like some people are also scared as well. They think that if they say
Yeah.
like they cannot pay that much, they're gonna Kamuske. Do you know Kamuske?
Yeah.
Kamuske, he's from Sierra Leone. He told them he didn't have that amount of money, so I think he even paid like lower than me.
Yeah.
So we have a Nigerian international student. Y'all know you have money in Nigeria. He said he could pay like 1,000 or something. Osita paid like 1,000. He has, you guys, if you have money, you can pay. But if you don't have money, just tell them, Berea, I don't have this much to pay. I only have this much to pay. And I just want to add to this, if you're supposed to be at Berea, nothing is going to hinder you from being here. If you're supposed to be here next year, if God says you're going to be at Berea, not even the 2,200 will stop you from being here. So they said yeah, teachers cannot, like, okay, so somebody told me that they cannot like see their recommendation. So the teacher, they're like, if they are teachers or submitting the recommendation, they have to do it like themselves. They have to like sign and send it directly to the school
to provide them.
But yeah, they can do that.
Emails.
You can provide a teacher's email, but if you don't want to do that, you can print the recommendation form, give it to your teacher, scan it, and upload it to your application. That's it, the financial resource recommendation form. They say that this form should be completed by a school administrator, employer, religious leader, or another individual who can make a statement about your personal and financial resources, as well as barriers as they relate to your pursuit of higher education. So my mentor filled this form out for me. They just talked about like how well they know me, and then they know that there are lots of barriers that hinder my ability to like access education. So somebody can, a mentor, you can take this to your pastor, you can take this to the priest, you can take this to like your mentor, to like somebody that knows you, you can take it to them. So yeah,
somebody who's not your immediate family.
Yeah. Oh, I would also want to say there is something called Worldwide Wednesdays. So if you are an international student and you would like to know more about Berea College and their application process, you can join like a 20-minute information session. You can join with an admission counselor, and then a 60 to 90-minute live virtual tour of the campus. There are dates listed on the website. So for September, it already passed. October, it was the 4th, if you missed that. If you want to know more about Berea, and then you want to have like a 20-minute info session with like the admission counselor. This is for you if you're applying for regular decision. If you already applied, you can also join. So
yeah, the next
November
day,
1st, make sure you put that in your calendar. Last question. The ask was does age matter?
What?
Yeah. Like they think like Berea is gonna take you if you are just 17, 18. Do y'all know how old we are? No, age is just a number. Age does not matter because I'm in my 20s. Esterline is in her 20s as well, and you can even apply to Berea if you're 27. So it does not matter. Once you are hungry for education, once you want more, do not let anything stand in the way of you getting what you want. Maybe this is time that you are supposed to get into college. This is time that God says you are supposed to go to college. So do not let age be the reason you don't apply to this school.
Yeah.
Please.
Learning is a lifelong process. You
Exactly.
can be 70, 80,
and still learn. Yes. And guess what? If you say, oh, I don't want to apply to Berea because I'm old. Guess what? Next year you're gonna be older with nothing. So thank you guys so much for listening to us. Yeah, this video was so long, but this was the only way we could like answer the many questions you guys have. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. We are like you guys, international students as well. We are also looking for ways to better ourselves. So we also are available to help if we can, if Berea College permits, because we have lots of work to do. But we try to take out some of our time to like answer some of you guys' questions. And Esterline, people have reached out to her, even me, and we, whatever way we can be of help, we're gonna help you guys. How would you say, like, good luck with your application in Creole?
Bunches.
Okay. Good luck with your application. See, I don't know my mother's tongue. This is bad. Good luck with you guys. Okay, I'll speak Liberian Pidgin. Good luck with your application. Does that even sound? Did you understand?
Yeah.
So good luck with your application. We wish you guys the best. If when you get accepted into Berea College and you see the congratulations, please be sure to reach out to us.
Yeah.
If you are applying for early decision, we hope and we pray that you submit all your documents October 15. If you're applying for regular, be sure to submit all your documents January 15.
All my Asian fellows, it can be difficult, but you can do it because nothing good, nothing great can be achieved without an ounce of sacrifice.
You sure you want to do economics or nursing? Don't you think you should be a motivational speaker? So all my Liberians, my Nigerians, my Sierra Leoneans, my Ghanaians, my that's to all of y'all, be sure to just do your best with the application, and I wish you guys the best, and I'll see you guys later.